Alright, so as you know, today we're going to be making a pumpkin spice latte. I'm going to be making mine iced because I prefer iced coffee during the spring/summer and it's really hot here. So anyway, let's get started. Alright, so right here, first of all, we have some milk. I use 2%. The recipe says to use whole. I mean, I've made this, I kind of put this recipe together from other recipes that deal with this kind of stuff, and an original recipe says to do whole, but I only have 2% around. So, then you can either use apple spice, see these are pie spices, but you can either use pumpkin pie spice, which I think that's what we're going to use, or you can use apple pie spice. It doesn't matter. Apple pie spice is a little bit more cinnamony, and this is a little bit more, like, it's hard to explain. Then, cinnamon powder, pumpkin puree, ground nutmeg, brown sugar. This part's optional. Sugar and half milk, and of course your coffee of your choice, which is gonna be for me Dunkin' Donuts Original Blend. Alright, so to get this recipe started, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna add half a cup of milk. Now please remember, for these mixing steps, you're going to need a microwave-safe cup. Next, you're going to add a tablespoon of pumpkin puree. If you want to add a little bit more, that's fine. I like to. Next up is 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, which is not always the easiest to get, but there it is. Now we need 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. This next part is optional, but I do recommend it. It's 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. It definitely gives it a little bit more flavor, but again, it's optional. Once you've got all your yummy ingredients in there, just stick a whisk in there and whisk it up. This is to break down all the sugar and everything in it. And it should look something like that. Coffee is almost done. Yeah. Woo! Don't you just love my mug? Ah, I love Star Wars. Okay, so please understand this step is only needed if you want iced coffee. So if you want iced coffee, take your mug, put it under your ice, get some ice. I need more. And then we're going to add everything that we've made to it. Why does coffee take so long? Coffee is done. Now it's time to take your coffee and pour it into the ice. Hear that sizzle? Once you got your coffee all poured into the ice, I would recommend bringing over your mixture and half and half, and this part's optional, but some sugar. Now we're gonna add, I like to add, I kind of guesstimate what I'm adding when I do half and half, so I just kind of go, whoop, that's good enough. Yummy! Now for the optional part, good old sugar, and I guess, again, I just guesstimate this is to taste. I like loads of sugar. I'm not a healthy person, really that much. And last but not least, we add our great pumpkin mixture into there. Look at that, so pretty. Part is optional, but I do recommend it. I'm going to add some nutmeg. Just sprinkle it on the top of our thing. Our little goodie here. Like that. Look at that. Beautiful. And if you have it on you, I would put some whipped cream on it. And some cinnamon. Whoops, that's a lot of cinnamon. But I like a lot of cinnamon, so that's okay. Stir. Good. And now we're done. It tastes delicious. Oh my gosh. Now, you're probably wondering, why the hell did I make a video about how to make pumpkin spice lattes when they have nothing, to do with magic? And it's more of a fall treat, and it's spring right now. Well, you can shush it. I made this video because, well, first of all, I love pumpkin spice lattes, and because all the ingredients, pretty much all the ingredients I use, have magical properties. Now, are you ready to hear what the magical properties are? I thought so. Alright, so let's move on to those magical properties. First of all, we have cinnamon, which is my favorite ingredient in the whole thing. And cinnamon, as this website says, and as my Book of Shadows says, and we all know, brings spirituality, success, healing, power, psychic powers, lust, protection, and love. And those all sound pretty great to me, and I'll tell you what, this coffee is making me feel pretty powerful. Nutmeg is also in this recipe. It's another herb kind of thing. It brings clairvoyance, divination, dreams, fertility, gain, passion, meditation, planets. The planet for nutmeg is Jupiter. It brings prosperity and protection and physical, psychic development, rest, sleep. So that's a lot of things. I didn't know that about nutmeg because I don't have nutmeg in my Book of Shadows. Silly me. Okay, so I don't know where I read it exactly, but it's in my Book of Shadows, and I have magical properties down for pumpkin, fertility, and contacting the spirit world. I don't know where I got that, but that's what it says, so that's cool, and that's one of the main ingredients, so that's pretty cool. Also in my Book of Shadows, for milk, I have written down that it brings prosperity and nourishment. Sugar also brings love and protection and stuff like that. I'm not sure about vanilla, and I'm not sure about coffee, and I tried to look it up. I tried to look coffee up anyway, and I couldn't really find anything precise. So if you know what coffee and vanilla, if they have any magical properties, please tell me. I'd be way happy to hear them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps you in the future, and I hope you enjoy it in the future. Have a nice day, and blessed be.